Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now before we dive into this Scream 5 update, please smash that thumbs up button on this video, as it really helps out the channel and it also helps other Scream fans find this update. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, what in the world is holding you back? Click that subscribe button and the bell icon to ensure you'll be notified the moment I post all future Scream 5 and other horror movie content. Okay everyone, the official Scream Twitter account has been busy this morning. In this video, I want to discuss the 3 new posters they just released and their tweet that looks like it confirms the drop date for the second Scream 5 trailer. So, let's get started. So this morning, the official Twitter account for Scream made a few posts that really got me excited and just pouring more and more fuel on the volcano of anticipation for Scream 5. Now the movie releases in exactly 6 weeks from today, so it is getting intense, guys, big time. Now, the tweets I want to discuss first are the 3 brand new posters we have featuring the OG3. Here we see the newest poster of Sidney. Now she's holding the ghost face mask and the caption says, "You can't run forever, Sidney." Now, this line does have me a little nervous. I still believe Sidney survived Scream 5, but it does beg the question, how will Sidney's fate end? And not just in Scream 5, but in the franchise period. Will they have to eventually kill Sidney so that the storyline has a definitive end for her? I mean, what if some point Neve Campbell says, hey, I do not want to come back anymore. You know, I want my character of Sidney to finally be killed. I want to finally end her arc. It's just, this ended here. And, you know, I bring this up because it took a substantial amount of effort by the studio and even Radio Silence. Finally, the directors had to get together, and it took a lot of effort to get Neve to agree to return for Scream 5. She was very hesitant, and if you remember, she was the very last one of the OG3 to sign on. It took a handwritten letter by Radio Silence, who expressed their love for Wes Craven and the care that they are taking in making this movie, that finally made Neve decide to return. So I bring that up to ask you guys this question, and I want to get your feedback in the comments section below. What if the point has come for Neve now that she really just does not want to come back after Scream 5? I mean, is this tweet a clue that perhaps, just perhaps, I'm not saying it is, but just perhaps to think about, that she has already reached the point now that she said, hey guys, I will come back because of how much you care about Wes, how much I love the story, how you're doing, you know, the level of care you're putting into this movie. I'm on board. You know, I'll do it. It honors Wes, but at the same time, guys, this is it for Sidney. I'm going to come back and do 5, but this really is it. What if she's there, guys? What if she already has said that and we don't even know? We just don't know. Now, you know, I hope not. I very much hope not. And believe me, this is not me advocating for Sidney to die. That is not at all the case. I hope she survives and continues for the whole trilogy, honestly. But at some point in time, we have to bring this up, guys. We have to talk about it. We have to consider the possibility that Neve Campbell herself does not want to continue. Is it now? I hope not. And maybe it isn't. I'm hoping she's back in 6. But just something we have to think about, and this poster really got me on that, you know, bringing that train of thought back up, honestly, because you can't run forever, and it's true. She cannot run forever. There has to be, at some point in time, there has to be an ending to Sidney's story, and I hope it's a happy one. I hope it's a happy ending. I hope they let her like just go off in the sunset and leave her alone, or live her alone, and that's the end of it. And she has a happy life, and then we focus on the tragedy of our next final guy or final girl, whether it's Sam or if it's Wes or whoever it is. You know, that's the ending I hope we get from her at some point, but not to kill her, but who knows? This is a Scream film, guys. People die, as we know. I mean, look at Randy. You know, well, the deaths are all over the place. So it certainly is possible that it could happen, but we'll see. Okay, next up, we see the new poster of Gale. Now it's her turn to hold the ghost face mask. And the quote we get here from the Scream account on Gale's poster is, "Get ready to be the breaking story, Gale." Now, this specific line has me intrigued. And the reason I say that is that it carries with it what I see are two possible meanings. Now, the first meaning could be that she will be the breaking story because she's getting killed. And thus, her death by Ghostface will in fact be the breaking story. I mean, that makes sense. And much like Sidney, I really hope Gale survives the movie and does not get killed. But that is one possible meaning. Now, the second possible meaning has made all of my check engine lights go off. What if it means Gale will be the breaking story not because she's killed by Ghostface, but because she is Ghostface, or is the mastermind behind Ghostface in the killings, and thus, once she is caught and revealed, she will be without question the breaking story. You know, the famous reporter Gale Weathers with her new TV show and all she's got going. Well, now she is the story. She's no longer reporting it, she is it. She is the story. So I'm going to revisit this idea in an upcoming video because this needs to be fleshed out a little bit more for sure. And I'm actually working on a Gale video now, so this is going to be something that I revisit. But for this video now, I just wanted to throw that idea out there because of that tagline. I think it's very intriguing. Okay, the final poster they released was this one of Dewey holding the mask, and their quote for him is, "Still want to be a hero, Dewey?" Now, how many times, guys, have we seen Dewey be the hero? Literally every Scream film, he's at the very least tried to be the hero and save the day, and not always successful, but he tried. Always was there for Sidney, that's undisputable. But I want to bring attention to the way Dewey looks in this poster. Notice how he's holding that ghost face mask. It looks like he's almost caressing it with his hands. And I also want to bring attention to his face. Look at his facial expression. Look at his eyes, the way he's looking at the camera. Guys, this is the first time that I can recall ever seeing Dewey look menacing. I mean, seriously menacing. That is a menacing look. And when I saw this poster just a minute ago, I was like, whoa, what happened? That's not the Dewey that we're used to seeing. You know, this is the exact face I would expect to see if Dewey was a Ghostface killer. In fact, it almost looks like he just took off the mask in this poster. Could it be that Dewey, who we've known to love and we've come to know, could it be the Dewey that we thought we knew was really hiding a very dark side of himself? Could it be that in Scream 5, we're going to find out he is not as lovable and kind as he's mastered the appearance of being in the first 4 films? Could that be partly the reason why we see a much darker tone to Dewey already in the trailer and featurette? And personally, I don't think this is going to be the case, but I have to say that seeing this poster, it just gave me really the first visual of what it could look like if Dewey was a killer or the mastermind. But back to the quote, "Still want to be a hero." It brings up the point that this could be the end of the line for Dewey in the franchise. I mean, what looks to be an epic fight happens with Ghostface in the hospital, in the trailer scene and the featurette. And I do believe that Dewey is going to die a heroic death in that hospital sequence, trying to protect Tara and Sam and Richie, who we know they're all there, trying to protect those guys. And sadly, I do not expect Dewey to survive Scream 5. But Radio Silence will honor the character of Dewey by him going out in a blaze of glory, in a manner that sums up who Dewey has been for 4 movies now. A protector and someone who has a big heart. Even at the risk of dying, he is putting himself out there between, Tara, between the individual and Ghostface. He's putting himself in the middle because that is who he is at his very core. Even if it cost him his life, he is going to do his best to save you, protect you. And that's the Dewey that we know. And unless they do a full twist here, which I just talked about, I suspect that's who we're going to see in Scream 5 as well. But I have to ask the question, guys. Could all of that have been like a front to hide his real nature that we're going to find out about in Scream 5? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about that. I mean, we will see. I don't think so. I really do think Dewey is going to be who we always know he is, and he's going to be that same guy, just in a hard place in his life. But I just don't see him surviving the movie. I hope I'm wrong. But I just don't think so. And finally, guys, I want to end with what looks to be some very exciting news. In addition to these posters, the Scream Twitter account also tweeted 3 blood drop emojis today. Now, could this mean that the second Scream 5 trailer will drop in 3 days? I think it does, and the timing makes a lot of sense. We are exactly 6 weeks away from January 14th right now. And we're going into December. I mean, we are in December. It's December the 3rd when I'm making this video. So we're in December. And so it is time for the final big marketing push for the movie. This is where they put all the rest of their chips on the table. It's all in now in December, leading up to the 6 weeks for the movie to be released. So dropping the second trailer next week, it really does make sense. It fits in perfectly with the final push. So if the trailer does indeed drop on Monday, December the 6th, I will have the full scoop for you guys right here on the channel. So again, make sure you're subscribed and got your bell notifications on, because I will be covering that in heavy detail and breaking that trailer down for days. So be sure you are ready for that. So stay tuned. All right, guys, that's everything I wanted to cover in this video. But as it is with every video, I want to begin a discussion with you in the comments below right now. What do you think about these 3 new posters of the OG3? Do you think they're giving us some new clues, or perhaps do they reinforce some previous clues that you may have already picked up on out there? And do you also think the trailer's dropping on Monday the 6th? Do you think that's what these 3 blood drops mean? I do. Do you agree or do you disagree? Maybe you think they mean something else altogether. Whatever the case may be, I want to hear your opinions, your thoughts, your ideas, or your theories. So start leaving your comments below right now so we can discuss it together. I really do look forward to hearing from you and discussing it further with you in the comments. Well, that's it for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Scream and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror, all the time. Thanks for watching.